we're about to get a lot of hate for this because today we're running through a Monster Hunter weapon tier list. Now, there's going to be a weapon tier list comprising of all the Monster Hunters we played, so it's not specifically to one game. So we're going to try to be as neutral as possible and consider all the other options. Here are a few things we're going to go through when considering for today's tier list. Number one, we're going to talk about play style. So overall, how do you enjoy the play style? Fast pace, slow pace, yada yada. Multiplayer, how does it perform in multiplayer? The learning curve of the weapon, and then finally your overall fun with the weapon. Is it even fun? Do you find it fun?
And that's personal.
That's personal.
Yes.
I mean, it's no, obviously not. It's not personal. This is an objective opinion. You know? All right. First off, I'm going to get what I think is immediately out of the way, and you guys can talk to me about this later. You can fight me. It's okay. Actually, hold on.
Are you going?
Before we do this.
Oh yeah, you and.
I need to, for all the people who will think this. Will this fit?
No, you have to make it
I need
smaller.
to make it smaller. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, but I'm not.
You're not about it? You're not about it?
I'm not sorry. That doesn't work. I make it even smaller than that. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still sorry, but I'm not sorry. I just don't have fun with the weapon.
You don't have
It's
fun.
not, it's not Halo. It's not Halo. I'm sorry. Like the playstyle wise, I'm not a fan of staying far away from the monster enough. I think newer games like Rise, I don't know if World does it where you can like craft things right away because you have a quick menu. I think it just trivializes and just makes it way too easy. I think you're removed from the fight. I'm not a fan of playstyle. It's just not my thing. Multiplayer capability, I will say this sits higher on multiplayer because you're supporting. You could be a cleric. You could be doing multiple things.
Cleric.
It's just not my thing. Learning curve, I think it's fairly simple to learn.
Yeah, you think so?
Bowgun?
I have no idea.
I think Bowgun and whatnot are pretty simple to learn because you get to sit a little further back and you get to see the moves of the monsters, right? Because when we're talking about learning capability, you can't just talk about learning capability of the weapon. It's in conjunction with how you learn the monster's attack patterns as well, right? For something like let's say like hammer or even like, you know, like any close weapon, you're so close sometimes you don't even see what they're doing. Yeah. Right? When you're just starting out. I think this could definitely be sitting up here higher. I would actually maybe even put like this, but that doesn't really matter actually. Like as an example, but these two I'm just not a fan of. And overall fun with weapon, that's the thing. I don't have fun with this weapon. No. I don't. Like it's just you're sitting further back, you're shooting at the monster. I will say when we were grinding through and you just make it super OP build, it was all right. Yeah. Because I'm just grinding through. I didn't have to think. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Oh, yeah. But I didn't have to think. Right. Okay, so both of those go immediately in D tier. Okay, so I'm actually not going to go in order. Yeah. I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm just going to pick up and choose. You're just going to pick one. So my boy immediately. Wow. Right, so biased, obviously, because I play hammer, but I love the hammer. Okay, so there's a few things I got to say. This playstyle, I like playstyle because it's up and close. Right, I like anything usually up and close with it, but I also like this because it's in the same vein as the greatsword. Oh, right. I like slow, methodical weapons where you have to watch the position of the monster. You wait for them to end up at a certain point. You stick to a certain point, and you wait for the hit. Like it's more satisfying. It can be harder to learn because of it, but I do enjoy it. However, multiplayer capabilities suck for some of these for these weapons because you're waiting for position, and if the monster's like going towards something else, it's still good for multiplayer. Don't get me wrong, but it's truly one of those things where solo feels kind of fun with it because it's more prediction and calculation. That's what I enjoy. Learning curve, they're simple weapons enough, but what I've learned is when you play these weapons, it's more about knowing the monster's attacks rather than yours. Okay. I think that's more it's about you actually have to know more of the monster's attacks in using these weapons than you do considering the other things because it's more methodical. Right. And overall fun, I enjoy both. You enjoy the big juicy hits. Okay. You know? You don't have to. You know? No. Yeah, no, that's okay. No. Give me the next one. Lance. Okay. The only Lance I've liked so far is Rise. And I like Lance and Rise because of the counters, because of the extra stuff it's been given. Like the guard points, but like the insta block and stuff, that was fun. In World, I've tampered with a little bit. I've seen videos. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not a huge fan of the waiting and poke. I'm not different. I don't know. It's just not my, you know what I've realized? I don't like weapons where you're forced to guard, I think. Or not even forced to guard. Like guarding is part of the thing. Like I'm not a fan of just guarding. Right. I think that's why. So that's not your playstyle. So overall, It is fun. Multiplayer capabilities, again, I think Lance benefits a lot from solo play as opposed to just like multiplayer. If I had to be honest, because you're waiting for positions, guard points, like that kind of thing. I got a ref for now. I'm putting it in A.
Yeah.
For now.
Okay.
I think no matter what game though, even if it isn't Rise Monster Hunter, I think I'll probably still enjoy it. I just have to give it more of a chance. Yeah. I truly do think that.
I see.
Right. However, in contrast to this, I don't enjoy Gunlance. People are gonna feel certain ways about this. I know. I just don't enjoy Gunlance. Like, it just seems like an extra thing for me that I just don't. I just don't. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of like the flying around stuff. It looks cool. Don't get me wrong. I like the shelling. I like the fact that they can go through. I haven't played much of it, so maybe I don't know. The play style, it's a little. It could be a little bit of both. You have a little bit of range. There's a couple of explosives, that kind of thing. Multiplayer, I think it's decent in multiplayer too. It can kind of rush in. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Learning curve. I don't know. I think I just have trouble with this weapon. I just can't learn it for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that's a me problem. I don't know. Overall fun. I find it clunky. Yeah. Maybe it's because I don't know how to use it properly. Yeah. But there's something about it where like I feel like I'm just walking forward and just like waiting for something. I don't know. I feel like I'm more mobile with a greatsword. Really? Like, because greatsword playstyle, you have to sheath and then walk to the monster. With this one, it feels like you just always have your weapon up, but you're slowly just inching towards them. I don't know. It's not my playstyle. Yeah. Okay. Let's rank your baby here. Okay. So I've dabbled with Swax a lot. A lot because I was a Swax main for a little bit. But no. What do you mean no?
You just dabbled in it.
Yeah, I was a Swax main for a little while, guys. Okay. You guys can go take a look at our Grandmaster Hunter series.
No, that doesn't exist.
I'll link for that right there.
Okay. No.
And so I enjoy the Swax. I don't think it's overly complicated. It's funny because I know some people will say it's more complicated than this guy. Yeah. Even though I think they're kind of on the same thing. You just got to learn in different paths. I like the Swax. I think it's really good in multiplayer because it's a quick weapon. I think generally quick weapons do really well multiplayer because no matter what happens, you don't have to worry so much about position and so much about things going on. I think it's a fun weapon to play. Like the elemental discharge, bunch of dopamine, things feel good. I think I'm putting an A. Okay. It's not like my favorite weapon, but it is a fun weapon to pick up and play. Okay. Right. There's a lot of different things obviously you got to pick up and like know about it in terms of like morphing between things. Yeah. But it's not a crazy hard weapon, and I feel the learning curve is decent. I haven't given this enough of a chance. I've played it the couple times that I have played it. It's been fun, right? But I think for me, it sits in a B tier. For this weapon, it wasn't necessarily super complicated to learn, but I felt it was just very repetitive in terms of the one thing that you're looking for is just that elemental discharge. Right. That's the only thing you're looking for. At least in other like weapon like this, like you have other options that you're hitting the monster with. I feel like the only thing you go for in this is the elemental discharge. You
get the files, right? And like then get the
I could be wrong, but this could be it. And actually, you know what?
Really?
Yeah, I don't enjoy it that much. And I think it's for that reason. Like for the repetitiveness of it. Yeah. It's for the single attack. Like, no, yes, you're always repeating certain things for every weapon, but it seems like that's the only viable option for some reason.
Really? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
When you're playing when you're playing charge play, it seems like the only viable option. Could be wrong. That's what I feel. What do we got next here? Let's just rearrange these boys down here. I actually really like bow. Yeah. I think though, the bow takes a long time to master. I'm gonna say this right now. It's an easy pickup weapon, but man, you have to really know the weak points of the monsters.
That's true.
Because you can't just because it's not the same for every monster, right? Like with hammer, I can get away with because you just aim for the head, right? Right. Yeah. Great sword, you pretty much just also aim for the head. Most weapons you do, right? Mine is a couple things like the wings and stuff. But for the bow, you have to know specifically what to aim for. Like Valstrax, you have to aim for his fucking like elbow joint. Yeah, like, I know, that's so true. Like it takes a long time to learn, mastery wise, skill wise, and sealing like learning curve. Yeah. Very difficult. Very fun weapon. I like it. Multiplayer wise, it's still really good. Yeah. I think this is a true neutral for me right now.
Okay, I see what you mean.
For now, right? Like it's a good mix of both where like, you know, it could be hard, it could be easy. Multiplayer, it's kind of in the middle. Yeah. Nothing crazy. Okay. Sword and Shield, I think Sword and Shield, I haven't given enough of a chance as well, but I think that is A tier for me. Okay. Yeah. Sword and Shield is a lot of fun. From all the times that I have played it, there's a little bit of everything that you want. You could stun a monster, you can cut a tail, you can break things, right? Like, and there's counters all on it as well. I think it has a little bit of everything. It is a very well-rounded weapon. It's good for multiplayer. It's a good learning curve. Everything about it is just fun. And it's funny because these two are so close together, I feel, in terms of like learning curve. Right. Learning curve, I feel. But I like this one way better than this one. Okay. Because this one, when I input a control, I'm not swinging 3,000 times before I hit the monster. Like one button doesn't result in 3,000 swings.
I think for
like Dual blade.
With dual blade though, it's I think when you have the demon mode, is that what you're talking about?
No, you press one button and you're
really? I thought there's just like one swing.
Regardless. Okay. I'm not a fan. Okay. I'm not a fan of the playstyle. It feels like I'm swinging paper around of this one, right? Before we get there, right? Sword and shield. I like it. A lot of things to go with it. It can bonk.
Oh yeah,
it's not crazy,
yeah.
not crazy bonk.
Bash, yeah.
Not crazy bonk, but it's a bonk, right? I'll give it there. Right? Overall fun, a lot of fun. This one, I'm sorry, it's going on here. I'm not a fan of the blades. I'm just not a fan. Like, it feels like I'm spamming. It feels like I'm playing Dynasty Warriors. I'm just I'm not a fan of like the really quick weapons like that, right? Like whenever I'm running up to the feet of the monster, you're just, you know, like it looks cool. It looks flashy. It's probably one of the most anime weapons on this playlist outside of Longsword, but it's not my thing, not my cup of tea. That's all.
I mean, bonking is totally.
It doesn't bonk at all.
It's not a bonk.
It doesn't bonk. It doesn't bonk. Maybe that's why. It just doesn't bonk. Okay, let's talk about Longsword. Okay, Longsword. I started with Longsword. I love the Longsword gameplay, and it's funny because I like it because of the counters and not, but I think by Sunbreak there was just too much. There was way too much going on in terms of like counters and whatnot. I actually like the older playstyle funding of Longsword with just the one counter in
Rise.
GU.
Oh, GU.
In GU, when it was what, Valor mode, you only had one counter.
Right.
It was like one counter thing. The rest of it is just building spirit gauge. Very simple. I think had they kept it simple, I think I would like it more.
Yeah.
It's not saying it's C, but I think I would have liked it more. Overall, I think it can be an easy pickup weapon to play in terms of multiplayer. It doesn't have a crazy learning curve until the counters come in. Because now you have to know the hitboxes of different monsters. So it's, again, playing on level a bit, I think that goes in B. I think it's a fair neutral weapon for me. I really do like it, but I think ever since I played it starting heavy weapons, nothing feels like it hits just right. You know, it really does. Nothing feels like it hits properly. Like when I go from this or this to this, all of a sudden I'm like, I don't know if I'm hitting it or not.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it's going through the monster.
Yeah.
Like it's just a weird thing for me. So staying there. Insect Glaive.
Okay.
Insect Glaive, I actually really do like. The problem with Insect Glaive is the hitboxes when you're in the air.
Oh, the invisible.
That's the thing that bothers me the most. The other things, multiplayer, it works really well. You're in the air, you're doing stuff, you're out of the way for people, you're not flinching them kind of thing. So that's cool. You can get the mounts. Really, really important in older games, especially like GU and like, I was going to say World, but like GU World where the mounts actually matter. Rise, not so much. It's okay. It's cool. It's flashy. I don't like it for the Kinsect. If it was just a staff, no bug mechanic, no insect mechanic, I think I would really, really like it. But I'm not a fan of the whole bug thing. Like I don't like taking the extracts and stuff. I feel like it's just an extra thing on my list. Overall, I do like the weapon. I played it for a good solid chunk.
You did,
back in Rise as well. I haven't yet to try it in like World. I actually remember I dabbled it a little bit in GU, but I never went back to it because it was just too complicated. Yeah, it was all right. It was okay. For this one, it sits between like a B and a C. Yeah. But if I really had to put it for me, it'd probably be a B. Okay. It'd probably be a B. Okay. That's where I'm going to put it. And then finally, Hunting Horn. I like Hunting Horn because it's a slower weapon. Yeah. Okay. I don't like it because it's not, how to say this? Not every just one input is something. Like there's a few times where like it does like 2 moves at once or something, so you got to know all of it as well. There's an extra level of complexity to it because of the notes that you're playing. Multiplayer, I think it's really good at multiplayer, but really hard solo. Yeah, if you solo it, you're a true like... Right, and you're a true Hunting Horn player, don't get me wrong. But and I guess it speaks to it as well. It's really good for a multiplayer hunt. Overall, it's really fun. I really like the mechanics where you hear the monster's theme music. Yeah. Like that kind of thing, the different notes and stuff. Like I think it's a really cool weapon. Not my favorite, but it goes in A. It's not like a bonk, not like a crazy hit, but it's there. It's there. Now, am I gonna change anything? These definitely stand out. It's funny because like looking at it, it makes sense to you. Like if it's like who's my play style, right? Yeah, it's your play style. Yeah. I think I'm good. Yeah. That's my tier list. Make sure to let me know what you guys think. Why Hammer should not be here and why these definitely are staying. They're staying. Look, I'm sorry for everybody who plays it. I'm not a coward. So then, you know, I need you guys to tell everybody who doesn't watch the end of it, because I know somebody's gonna jump. We're gonna double this up, okay? And we're just gonna, this is the end of the video now. We're just gonna mess everything up so people think that I am a lunatic.
Right.
We're gonna hold there. I'm gonna put this here, and people are gonna say as soon as you see the skill issue.
Watch. They're gonna say skill issue.
Watch for sure.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that comment skill issue.
I'll put this up here.
Because what does that exactly mean?
Down here. Oh, this is gonna trigger people for sure.
Oh.
Putting longsword. I'll put longsword in D tier. That's fine. I just put everything in S tier except for longsword.
Oh my god. All right.
All right, guys, and that is the official tier list. All right, let me know why longsword is in the D tier. See you next time.
Stay hungry.
There you go. She was supposed to say.